is the last play.
Whistle!
That's it.
Whistle!
Now, surely.
Whistle!
Come on, ref. Do your job.
You dare. You
kicks.
dare.
No free kicks. No free kicks here.
Well
Whistle!
played. Wanyeri,
Whistle!
great tackle. This ref is... What's going on?
It is a minimum of 5 minutes, lads.
I know.
Yeah, but where's he getting an extra half a minute from? Oh, there we go. That's it.
Whistle!
That's it. Surely.
Yes! Come on!
Smash and grab 1-0 to the Arsenal, boy.
Take it.
That's
There
it.
we go.
That's it. Nice little away clean sheet again. 3 years in a row in their own backyard. And yet again, it's a set piece that's determinative.
There's that man, Gabriel.
Come on. Big performance. Big performance. Absolutely, he's man of the match now at full time. Absolutely.
I'm glad you agree,
No,
Michael.
he is. He is. Absolutely. He was imperious in defence. The big moment was his. And then we saw it out.
And breathe.
Oh,
You know what? I'm really impressed by that because, as I said, guys, I don't think it was our greatest performance.
not at all.
That's not at all.
It wasn't very fluid. It wasn't very, how can I put it? There wasn't no je ne sais quoi about that.
We have to be better than that next week. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was worried about this particular game. Pre-game, I'd predicted a draw.
What did I predict pre-game, bro?
You did. Bro, you're spot on.
And me.
But
I
I
said
thought
one
you was
as
on
well.
the 2-all team.
No. I said one.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But listen, it wasn't our best performance, but you got to give it to the guys. They dug it out.
Saka looks all right there.
1-0. And I think we just about deserved it, you know.
Yeah, I think in terms of the clearest cut chances
Yeah.
of the game, they probably were ours. We definitely ought to have been better in possession. And I think that if we were better in possession, we would have actually created clearer cut chances. But that doesn't matter. Certain games, it's so cliche, and I think you said it on the watch along. Sometimes, man, you don't play that well.
Yeah, I mean, let's
You
have
get
a
a
look at the
1-0, you get
stats
a
of the
set
game,
piece, you
right?
get a smash and grab and
So,
get out of there.
in terms of shots on goal, Spurs had 14 to our 7. But shots on target was a lot closer. They had 5 to our 4.
We kept Solanke pretty quiet, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And after we scored, I don't think they had too much in the way of like clear-cut chances.
It's a lot of... you know what, this is one of those games, yeah? I reckon if we all go home tonight and we rewatch that second half start to finish after we scored, we'll probably say we were far more nervous because of the fact that we were giving the ball away than we ought to have been based upon what they actually produced when they went 1-0 down.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't create much clear cut at all. There were a few nervy moments, but that's to be expected, man. It's a
Absolutely.
derby away from home.
Look at that. Love it.
And that's a famous win because let's be honest, we said it at the top of the show. This is a big week for Arsenal Football Club.
And that's how you need to start it.
3 high-profile away games against good opposition, and the first of which we're missing 2 very important players in the team, and we've gone away to Spurs and beat them.
And we weren't convincing, but we found
And
a way.
kept a clean sheet.
And we weren't convincing, but we found a way.
Exactly. Frank.
That performance, this is what I think we spoke about it just after the second half started. This is the kind of performance that you can look towards as being, you know, a decider when it comes to winning the title, potentially.
I feel like we're going to be saying that every week.
I know, but of course, but look,
You're right,
You only,
100%.
you only have to go as far back as 2-3 years ago where we lose a game like that.
Yeah.
We lose a game like Brighton. We're not doing that anymore. For me, it's a sign of champions. And I've never said it so early in my life, but I've already said that I think we will win the league this year, and it will be because of performances like this that we will get it done. That's all I got to say. And on that note, there's a super chat here coming from Crosstech, who's been real generous, who simply says, London is red.
Quite right. Was there ever any doubt, though?
Come on.
Was there ever any doubt? I
No.
wasn't nervous, bruv. What are you talking about? I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous.
And also, just to add, obviously we wore the black kit for Spurs' funeral. It paid off.
100.
It paid off.
What do you make of Saka? He came off, looked like he was injured, but at the end he was
When he
smiling.
came on, he looked all right.
Yeah.
When he came on at the end,
which
he
is
looked all right.
encouraging. So
I do honestly think, I mean,
I'm
without
looking
looking
at
too far ahead-
Angier, he looks pretty crestfallen.
Yeah, he would do. 3 years in a row. You got beaten by us. You're right. Bro, it was like the best part of a decade before that we hadn't won at their ground. Now we've won there thrice.
Exactly, and
Glorious.
you have to say,
Absolutely
right?
glorious.
If we're being honest, you have to say that they probably would have thought they had a better chance of beating us than today with Odegaard and Rice out. You know, what I mean?
I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up. Those Tottenham accounts, yeah, that were tweeting You love to see it when Ødegaard was on crutches. Those Tottenham accounts that were saying, what are you going to do without your captain and your best midfielder? All of you. That's what happens. That's what happens. Karma.
Karma indeed. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the Tottenham fans will be very disappointed because they'll be looking at it and think, yeah, this is a great opportunity. You're playing under-strength Arsenal, supposedly, at home after the international break. You would have thought, right. But they didn't really go for it, though. That's one thing I would say, right? I was expecting Tottenham to be a little bit more...
We defended well, though, bro.
We did.
So well.
We defended well.
So well.
Because there are
But
so
I actually think that they modified the usual gung-ho approach.
This is beautiful. For anyone that's not watching, there are no Arsenal fans outside that stadium. All of them are still in there, yeah? Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, small matter of Manchester City away, same time next week.
But this incredible run we're having in terms of results this year in 2024.
Yeah.
It's another one, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I just hope it's not one of them where we do that classic, but we were good for the calendar year.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because that's not what wins you things, but brilliant.
Yeah, and
Brilliant.
I think this stat sums it up perfectly as well. Arsenal have won 6 consecutive Premier League away games for the first time since between March and September 2013, when they won 8 in a row under Arsene Wenger.
There you go.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And don't forget what some of those away games have encapsulated here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are talking about Villa away.
Yep.
You are talking about this. I think you are talking about Old Trafford. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't it also Tottenham included in that at the back end of last season for us? Or was that a bit earlier?
Yeah.
Maybe. Also, they've also now won 3 consecutive away North London derbies for the first time since September 1988.
Yeah. Before I was born.
Yeah. The info station isn't here anymore, but I'm still bringing the info.
So that's
Couldn't be
10
happier.
out of the last 11 away Premier League games.
And you know what? The table looks a lot better now going into that game at the
It
Etihad,
does.
right? Because you're now looking at 10 points from an available 12. When worst case scenario, you could have been looking at 8 points from an available 12 today.
And it
7 maybe.
also, I mean, you know, it takes a little bit of pressure off us going into that City game, doesn't it? Because if we'd have dropped points today,
Yeah.
after having dropped points against Brighton,
I don't
and
think
with
it's
City doing so well.
I still
people
don't
would
think
be
we can
going
afford to
into
lose.
that.
We can't afford to lose next week.
Of course not.
No,
That's
that's
a
what I'm saying,
6-pointer.
but,
Of course not.
That's a
it's
6-pointer.
But again, if we was to go to City and get a draw, then
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the end of the world.
I agree
Whereas
with that.
If we hadn't won
I agree with
today,
that. I agree with
then
that.
Completely
it
agree.
would have had a very different look on it.
Going back to the beginning of the season when the fixtures were announced, right, and people were talking about this first 5 games, I said, give me 11 out of 14 in those first 5. Sorry, 11 out of 15 in those first 5, and I'll take that.
Absolutely.
And I'll take that. You live to fight another day. It's a long season and you move on.
Absolutely. Just before we round off, there's another super chat here from Christian. Wenger never won 5 in a row against Spurs. What an achievement this is for Arteta. Not comparing, but Arteta is so impressive. Come on, you Gunners.